So, what if I told you that you could get back over 25 hours every single week? I know it sounds a little crazy, right? But it all comes down to a few really simple 1-minute habits, tiny shifts in how you handle your time and your energy. Let's dive in and see how you can basically reclaim an entire day every single week. Okay, so here's the game plan. We're going to break down 5 super powerful habits. First, we'll reclaim all those little lost minutes in your day. Then, we'll learn how to work with your body's natural energy. We're also going to talk about why your calendar is way better than a to-do list, master something called habit stacking, and wrap up with a quick digital tidy up that'll save you tons of headaches. Wow, this quote really hits home, doesn't it? Because we all feel this. That time commuting or just waiting in line. All these little pockets of empty time. You don't realize it, but they add up to a crazy amount, literally an entire extra work day for some people. That's the time we're gonna go after. So let's talk about our very first habit, reclaiming those empty minutes. And listen, this is not about hustle culture or trying to work 24/7, not at all. It's about being smart and intentional with the time that usually just vanishes in some mindless scrolling or, well, just waiting around. And the secret weapon here is something called portable tasks. These are just small, easy things you can knock out on the go. You don't need your computer, you don't need to be in a deep focus zone, you just need your phone, or sometimes you just need your brain. Just think about it for a second. Instead of just scrolling through Instagram while you're on the train, you could take 2 minutes to finally organize the apps on your phone. Waiting for a friend who's running late? Boom. That's 5 minutes to check in on your weekly budget. You can even just use that time to think through a problem. No technology required. These little moments add up like you wouldn't believe. Okay, now let's get to our second habit. And honestly, this one is a total game changer. It's all about matching your tasks to your actual energy levels. You know, we kind of act like our focus is just a flat line all day, but that's just not how our bodies are wired. We all ride this natural energy wave every day. You've got your peaks and you've got your dips. That peak energy time, that's pure gold. That's when you should be tackling your hardest, most creative, most important work. And then, you know what's coming. That afternoon energy dip. That's the perfect time for boring admin stuff, or even better, something that actually boosts you back up. Here is a perfect real-world example of this. The person who came up with this used to work out in the morning, which sounds productive, right? But that was also their highest creative energy time. Total mismatch. So they moved their workout to that 2 p.m. slump. All of a sudden, the workout became an energy boost for the rest of the day, and those precious morning hours were protected for deep work. See? It's about working smarter. All right, so you figured out when you have the energy. Now you need to figure out what to do with it. And that brings us to habit number 3, which might feel a little radical at first. It's time to ditch that endless to-do list and start living by your calendar. I love this analogy. Think about it. A to-do list is like water. It just expands and spills all over the place. It has no container, and it creates a huge mess of stress. But your calendar is like ice. When you schedule a task, you give it a defined shape. It has boundaries. It has a start time and an end time. And that is a massive relief for your brain because it's not trying to juggle a million open-ended items anymore. This should be your new mantra. Seriously. If it's not in the calendar, it's probably not going to happen. Putting something on your calendar is a real commitment. It turns a vague idea like, oh, I need to call the bank, into a real plan. Call the bank, Tuesday, 2 p.m. for 15 minutes. That simple act makes it so much more likely to actually get done. So how do you actually do this? Well, you schedule everything, even the small stuff. And a pro tip is to batch similar tasks together, like do all your errands or personal admin in one block. And you know the best part? If you miss something, it's not gone forever. You just drag and drop that little block to a new time. Nothing gets lost. So you've found the empty minutes, you've matched them to your energy, and you've put everything in your calendar. Awesome. But what if you could make those time blocks even more productive? Well, that is where our fourth habit comes in, habit stacking. And this is about smart multitasking, not the stressful kind where your brain feels like it's going to explode. The key, the absolute secret, is to pair a passive, physical task with an active, mental one. See, you can't write an important email while you're also trying to read a report. Those are both active, and they just fight each other for your attention. But you can absolutely listen to a podcast while you're doing the dishes. One of each. That's where the magic is. You can apply this literally everywhere. Record voice notes with your next big idea while you're out for a walk. Catch up with a friend on the phone while you're folding laundry. Clear out your DMs while you're on the train. You are literally creating time out of thin air by layering these compatible activities. Okay, on to our final habit. This one is all about saving the time we all waste just looking for stuff. I mean, how many minutes a day do you spend searching for that one file or that bookmark you know you saved somewhere? This habit is about creating dead simple digital systems so your brain doesn't have to remember where everything is. The goal here is to make everything ridiculously obvious. Pin your main browser tabs so they're in the same order every single day. Create a super simple folder system, like just business and personal to start. This little bit of setup work saves you from so much frustration down the road. Now, a system only works if you actually maintain it, right? But don't worry, this is not some giant chore. We're talking about a simple 10-minute habit once a week that stops the digital clutter from ever getting out of control. So here's your checklist. It's so easy. Once a week for just 10 minutes, delete old files you don't need. Move anything that's in the wrong place to its proper home, and please, for the love of all that is good, clear out that downloads folder. Think of it like tidying your desk. It just prevents chaos and saves you so much time. And there you have it, 5 simple habits. Let's run them back. Fill your empty minutes with portable tasks. Match what you're doing to your energy levels. Live by your calendar, not your to-do list. Stack your active and passive habits. And do a quick digital tidy up every single week. But you know, at the end of the day, this is not about turning yourself into some kind of productivity robot. Not at all. By getting back those 25+ hours, you're making space for the things that actually matter to you, whether that's friends, hobbies, or just resting. It's about designing a life that has more balance and more joy. And that really brings us to the most important part. Real change only happens when you actually do something. So looking at these 5 habits, which one are you going to try this week? Just pick one. It could be the beginning of you getting back hours and hours of your life. Something to think about.